Greetings. Alright, having put the finish work on the Pegasus, time to get the next model I should say, on the bench rolling. For that, we're going back to the Dragon Iron Man 3 kits, in this case the Iron Patriot. Now, first thing that's not going to happen with this model is you're not going to see me do this red, white, and blue paint scheme. Partly because when I hear the words Iron Patriot, I don't think James Rhodes. I think Norman Osborn in the comics. So we're not doing that. That and, let's face it, I don't really like the color scheme. So I'm probably going to do this one more in a War Machine type color scheme. That said, we'll just have to stay tuned and see how things work out when I get to that point. Alright, and work has begun on what, based off the last couple of these I've done, is going to be a very fast build. This is your interior frame, on which literally everything else will get mounted. So step one is now complete. Alright, as expected, like I said, based off the experience with the previous Dragon Iron Man kits, here we go again. The first 4 steps are now done. Namely, the torso is complete. That's steps 1 through 3. Again, I love the interlocking seamage to help hide the seamage. And the helmet is done. Again, you've got the rubber piece underneath to help lock it in place. At this point, I've got 2 arms and 2 legs to build, and then we're ready for paint. Okay, another lightning fast Dragon Iron Man kit build is approaching the final stages. And I do mean approaching the final stages. At this point we have him on the base. Granted, he's not glued together. The sub-assemblies are glued, but I haven't glued the legs on or the arms on, or for that matter the head on. He actually comes with a peg, goes into the base and into the bottom of his right foot. Which makes displaying him like this very easy. Now, what I'm zooming in on, I'm not sure how well it's going to show without moving the camera, is this leg to torso junction. The front torso piece here needs to overlap onto the upper part of the left leg. Let me pop him off. Yeah, there we go. What I had to do literally was take my needle nose pliers and bend the end of this piece so it would fit over the overlap on the leg and into the rest of the body. Now, zoom it back out. At this point, seriously, all I've really got left to do is paint. Come on, drop in. And hopefully not have the arm come off. Is paint and decals. I have not put in the arc reactor clear piece yet. I'm going to wait and do that after I paint. But at this point, paint is exactly what this man is ready for. Alright. Probably next to last update on this one. Mostly because we're nearly done. At this point, I've gotten base paint on him. Went with more of the traditional comic book style paint scheme for War Machine. The dark color is the Vallejo German Panzer Gray surface primer. The light color is the, just plain gray Vallejo surface primer. Gave the lighter areas a coat, a black wash. Gads, if I could talk this afternoon. Gave the lighter areas a black wash to help bring out some of the detail. At this point, all I've really got left to do is pick out the eyes, do the arc reactor, and then get the decals on him. But that's where we're sitting at this point. Alright, at this point, the Iron Patriot turned War Machine is done. Got the decals on. Did the, let's see if we can zoom that in a little. Wrong control. There we go. Did the eyes and the arc reactor in white coat with red ink over the top of it. Actually, diluted red ink over the top. Kit decals, only a few of them though. Probably can't make it out on screen, but it does say Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes on his shoulder. Actually up his chest. Only added a few of the markings that they supplied in the kit, mostly because I'm not fond of dealing with little bitty fiddly decals. And most of the decal sheet was little bitty fiddly decals. On the shoulder gun, over the shoulder gun I should say, I did a quick dry brush of silver. But overall, I think the results rather speak for themselves. The kit base was just given a coat of semi-gloss. That's all I did with it. There is a wire supplied by Dragon sticking out of the base and into the bottom of his right foot to put him up in the air flying, or at least preparing to lift off. Overall looking rather impressive. All in all, it was about the same as far as difficulty went on the Dragon kits. Truth be told, I think I like how this one turned out better than perhaps all of them except the Heartbreaker. But enough of me rambling. This would have gone a lot faster if I'd actually spent some time at the workbench over the last couple of weeks, but I haven't. I'm hoping to remedy that over the next little while. But that being neither here nor there, I'm going to put some stills at the end of this, and I want to thank you all for putting up with me for the last little bit.